Tomboy Official, what's up? An afternoon Friday recording before the weekend, March 8th, 2024. One of my friends turns 41 years old today. Happy birthday, you know who you are. Alright, so let's get into it. Just want to kind of recap on the week and plan out my weekend coming into next week. So, it's been a week. Good week. My energy was definitely up. Especially the last 2 nights since I had the melatonin, I slept really good. So Wednesday night I slept really great. Thursday night I slept really great. It's Friday, March 8th right now. My mini mic, guys, my mini microphone, it's done. It won't charge. I charged it today for like at least an hour and a half or 2 hours. It's not even holding a charge. The indicator light comes on when it's turned on, but then when I try to plug it in, it doesn't even work. So I can't find my other mic, my old one that was half broken. I have no clue where I put it. I haven't used it in like a really long time. It's like it has a lapel clip. So I don't know. I'm sick of these cheap little mics. But I kind of want one for when I'm doing deliveries and driving. I'm not doing deliveries, but when I'm in the car, I can use my iPhone earbud still. That's fine. I just put one ear in. I just don't feel as comfortable having something in my ear. I'd rather just have the mic clipped on to like the seatbelt or my collar or something. But I don't think it's really gonna get in the way. It's just, I guess the only cool thing about this little Bluetooth mic was, even though the receiver was like pretty bulky, you could charge through the receiver, and so you could still have the phone plugged in, and through the car charger I could have the receiver for the Bluetooth mic plugged into the lightning jack on my iPhone, and then have the iPhone lightning cable plugged into the receiver's lightning jack. So that was cool. But dude, this thing didn't even last me a year. Like, I don't even know. I need to check when I bought it, but it didn't even last me a year. But yeah, so I'm gonna just toss it. Today I was like, let me give it one more chance, and I charged it the whole time while I was driving, thinking if I had a lull in orders, a lull in orders, I was gonna just plug up and start recording. So let's talk about this week. So the melatonin, yes, it was helpful, because I hadn't had melatonin from, I said I took it Wednesday night and Thursday night. I hadn't had melatonin since the previous Tuesday, according to the notes that I wrote. So a week, and my sleep it was really crappy, but my energy was still pretty good. Like, I was still like alert and energetic, because I'm a caffeine consumer. But I feel like this melatonin maybe is not it for me. Maybe I'm taking too much, but I feel like, okay, the first time I took 2 tablets, and each tablet is 3 milligrams melatonin, 16 milligrams lemon balm extract. I'd never had lemon balm extract to my knowledge. It is calming, and with the melatonin, I like how it helps me fall asleep, but I feel like when I'm waking up, I don't really have the proper energy when I'm up, And I did wake up twice in the night, both times. Or yeah, maybe it was 3 times. I think I woke up Wednesday night like 11:30 or so, and then like 4:30 a.m. and then I was like wide awake at 4:30 and just laid there till like 5:30, and then jumped in the shower and had some coffee or yerba mate, and then by 6:30 I was feeling tired again, so I literally went back to sleep till like 7:30 or so, and I was like dreaming. I had like 2 dreams or something. And then last night I took 1.5 of that amount, so 3 milligrams melatonin, 16 milligrams lemon balm extract, and then another, I guess it would be 1.5 milligrams melatonin, 8 milligrams lemon extract. It's still too much, but then I felt like the sleep wasn't as deep. I woke up at around 11 or so, because I'm sleeping around 9, 10, I don't know. And I woke up around 2:30, around 2:30 or so this morning. Stayed up for maybe like an hour, then went back to sleep, woke up around, I'm pretty sure it was pretty early. I want to say it was around 5, but it was just for like a little bit. And then I just went back to sleep because I was like, I'm not waking up at 5 today because I have a long day. So today is the day that I kind of realized, I started the process of assessing my week, but it's like I haven't really fully had time to sit down and do it. I'm going to do that tonight. So I've got to go to a movie tonight, Dune 2, going with a friend, childhood friend. We're going to go to the 11:15 showing. Let's say we'll be there about 3 hours, so I should be home probably around 8:30 p.m., so it's not too late. I want to do some reflecting. I think if I can reflect tonight, I really want to reflect on my count on my schedule, on my planner. I want to look at my planner. I want to see what went right, what went wrong. And actually, while I'm talking right now, let me go grab a cup of coffee, because it's not too late yet, and I kind of don't really want to fall asleep right now. I've kind of got stuff to do. So let me go grab some coffee. It's 2:44 p.m. right now, and I don't really mind if I stay up a little later today. It's Friday night, and I'm not doing much of anything Saturday, so other than maybe deliveries in the evening right before it gets too dark. But after whatever the official sundown time is. So let me go get some coffee in me. Because I don't want to have it right before the movie and then be all like wired and using the bathroom and like, I'd rather just have the coffee now. So let me get some coffee and I'll be right back on here. Okay, so that coffee was kind of disgusting. We don't get the best right now. I'm rocking the Folgers. I do have a loose leaf guayaki yerba mate package now, a new bag of it. So that stuff kind of cleans me out. I don't really feel like I want to be like pooping right now. So Let's see. Yeah, that melatonin, I don't really know. The melatonin itself is fine, but just that the lemon balm added, I might, since tomorrow's Saturday and I'm not going to be driving or doing anything, at least not at all during the day, I'm going to give it one more try. Tomorrow morning, or tonight, I guess. And then see, if I just take the one tablet, 3 milligrams, melatonin, 16 milligrams, lemon balm extract without adding more, will that help me the next day? Because I do feel kind of groggy. Both mornings I felt pretty, like it was a difficult time getting up. So I doubled my caffeine both mornings. And I think just that combination just made me a little off. Because today I realized, oh my gosh, you guys, it did not go as I had planned today. It wasn't a bad day because my energy was good, but I got up, kind of took out the trash, made some breakfast, made my lunch that I was going to take with me doing deliveries today. This was all like right before 8 a.m. Jumped in the shower, ate my breakfast a little before 9 because, I'm lagging on time by that point. But I'm getting everything done. I'm like, let me, get through this morning. I had initially planned to maybe either work on some content or study or do some, job searching online. And then next thing I know, well, I did work on some content. I did a blog post. I'll give myself that. I did a Twitter post from a podcast episode I did yesterday about something finance related elsewhere. And then I wrote a blog post and posted that same episode and connected that to Twitter as well. So I did spend from about 9:30 till maybe like 10:40, 10:45 working on that. So I did make some content, which I kind of forgot about, honestly, because today's just been flying. I logged into Uber Eats at about 11 o'clock, got out the door, went straight to the gas station, because I wasn't going to do that first. I was going to get an order first, and after my first order get gas, but I was like, let me just run by the gas station. I didn't get a lot of gas. I was like, $15 is fine. $15 worth of gas should get me approximately 60 miles worth of driving. And I was like, I'm not driving 60 miles between today. That was going to be just my gas for today. So I was like, that's not bad. And went to the gas station, left the gas station, went to my favorite spot to post up. And right when I was like gonna take out either my salad to eat that I brought with me, I was like, let me just eat the salad first, because I felt my mind was starting to get that little fog coming in. Let me get that first, because I didn't hydrate properly. I drank 1 bottle of water, and then I was like, I'll drink more closer to when I'm gonna take like an in and out bathroom break. And so I was, sitting there, and probably 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes into sitting there, because I hadn't even set up my phone. I was going to put like a podcast on and like just start eating my salad and stuff. I didn't even get that all arranged before an order came in for like $21, $22. And it was two orders. I think it said a total of 9 miles. And it was all like in Palos Verdes area. And it said it was going to be like 39 minutes. So I was like, 39 minutes, $21. I hate driving up in Palos Verdes, but whatever. Like, let's do it. And so I went to the Lowe's, and I ended up picking up like they don't tell what you're gonna pick up. It just said 2 deliveries, and I looked. One was at Lowe's, one was at Islands, the restaurant. And so I was like, okay, we'll go to Lowe's first, and I'm just supposed to go to the pickup counter and pick up this thing. It gave me the dimensions were like 12 by 33 by something, and I was like, I hope it's not heavy. And it was like 2 things, but I was like, at least I have this big car, you know. And so, you know, I don't think I've ever been to Lowe's before. I thought it was more similar to Sam's Club or Costco, but it's like I think it's like a hardwood like house and like house store. I don't know what you call it, like gardening and household. I don't know. It has like vacuum cleaners and stuff, and like grass and like flowers and things. So somewhere between like I don't know. You can get stuff for the inside or outside your house, basically. And then, so once I saw what the item was, it was this like Bissell pet hair vacuum thing. And I was like, that's not, like, I picked it up. It wasn't that heavy. So I was like, cool. You know, put it in a cart, took it back to the car. They were cool about me not having to go back to the car to get my ID. So they saved me a little bit of time there. You know, put it in the car. Went to go, you know, pick up the Islands, like a mile from there. Went to the bathroom there because I was like, might as well. And then picked up the order. Then, by this time it was like not even 12. It was just before like 12, I think. Because I got to where I was parking initially around like 11:18. So by the time I got to Islands, it was like 11:50 something. So I'm like, we're making good time. And you know, I start driving. The first drop off is going to be the Islands. They got 2 drinks where luckily they have a cup holder and then a bag with food in it. It wasn't that heavy. I don't remember what it was. And then, you know, I'm driving. I notice a little smoke. I'm like, great. I don't know what. Do I cancel these orders? Because I saw really briefly that this vacuum cleaner thing is like $150, $250 something dollars. I'm like, what do I do? Do I call someone else to come pick it up and take it? Or I'm like, let me assess the situation with the car. Literally, we just took the car to the mechanic like this week, like Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, and it's Friday. So I'm like, there should not be anything wrong with it. But I didn't. I maybe underestimated how much I'd been driving, and maybe the mechanic drove around a lot too. He said that he replenished all the fluids, but I think he didn't put in steering fluid. I had assumed he put in more steering fluid, and so he probably drove around a lot to test the car out and stuff. I think he drove around 40 miles by the way it looked from what I remember with the mileage that I'd reset. So I go and pull over in the place closest to some shade that I can find in like some bank and CVS parking lot. I'm up in Palos Verdes. I'm like, dude, I got these 2 orders in my car. Car's a little smoky. So I take out my phone, you know, try to record the little bit of smoke. I noticed the steering fluid's pretty low. Not completely empty, but low. Like lower than I would have left the house if I would have known it was that low. So I go and put the steering fluid in. Because I had a little left, but that little amount that I had left was enough to kind of get it to almost full. So the reservoir is like almost full. Not full, but almost full. And so I'm like, cool, we're good. I can drive around on that today and tomorrow if I go anywhere tomorrow. And then I, you know, turn on the car. It's not smoking anymore. I'm like, cool. I take a lap around the parking lot. Still not smoking. So I'm like, okay, maybe things are just dry. It's kind of a hot day today. It's sunny. And I don't know how long I'd been driving with no fluid in. Usually it makes that noise when I turn, but it wasn't making that noise. But maybe I'd been driving with like driving with no fluid. Who knows? I hadn't checked today because I assumed that Tuesday it had been refilled. I just assumed. I never checked. So I, drop off the islands and, drop off the freaking, what's it called? What did I call it? The Bizzle thing. And by the time I do that, I'm driving back, and by the time I start driving back, I notice at about the 12, because I put it back towards Torrance Crossroads, and I noticed the 12 mile, at about 12 miles, because I reset the trip every time I get gas. So I'd reset the trip at the gas station. But I noticed, I was like, how come it doesn't seem like it's registering that there's more gas. And then I start thinking, I'm like, I remember going to the gas station. I remember going back to my car. But did I get gas? I don't remember pumping the actual gas. Like, did I pump the gas? I remember looking. I don't know if I actually pumped the gas. So I start thinking, I don't think I actually pumped my freaking gas today. I don't think I actually did. No, I did. Wait. So I hope the car's not leaking gas. Wait, hold on a second. Now that I'm thinking of it, I do think... Let me see. No, I did pump the gas today. I did. Because I remember waiting and thinking, no, that was the second time. Because I actually went to the gas station again to put another $15 when I was done with all this. Because, I was like I dropped by home after I dropped off the last order. And, I go and take the car. I park the car in the driveway and then go to the bathroom, come right back out. I guess the registration tags came in the mail. So my mom's all trying to get my attention about it. And I'm like, the doors are unlocked. Just please, you can just put it in the car. So while she's doing that, I come in, go to the bathroom. I come out and then I get back on the road. And I start realizing, I'm like, I was going to take my lunch back to the parking lot, and then I was like, I'm tired, I already forgot to pump the gas. And now when I'm thinking of it, I'm like, didn't I pump the gas? Because I thought I remember waiting, or maybe I put the thing in, but never pumped the gas. I don't know. No, I'm confused. Because they gave me a receipt inside. I didn't get a receipt outside. But I think I remember... I don't know. Because I get gas so often. It's like I don't really remember if I pumped it today. But it would make sense if I didn't pump the gas. Because by the time it got to 12 miles worth of driving... That's from leaving the house, going to the gas station, going to the first area where I was going to post up, going to Lowe's, going from that post up area, driving the 9 miles from Lowe's to Islands to the first house drop off to the second vacuum cleaner drop off, and then, trying to come back. That was 12 miles by the time I hit all that. And then the gas light comes on, and I'm like, there's no reason that the gas light should come on. I should have at least 60 miles worth of gas added in the car. And the car was it wasn't empty. It wasn't even on E. The gas light wasn't even on. And so after 12 miles, the light shouldn't come on. I should have at least had 40 miles, 30, 40 miles, I guess, before the light would come on. More than 12, way more than 12, whatever it was. And the needle never really went up. So I'm like, either this car is leaking gas or I didn't pump the gas. So I guess by tonight I'll find out. But I put $15 in it once I used the bathroom and dropping by the house, because I was like, well, I'm coming down 2 lights away from the house anyway, so I might as well just use my own bathroom and then go back out. And then I went back out, and then when I was headed towards Torrance Crossroads, getting another $15 of gas elsewhere, because I'm like, this is embarrassing. I don't want to go back to the same stupid place, because it was so long ago. It was like an hour and a half before. So I'm like, by this point, I'm like, I'm not going to go back to the same spot and get gas from the same person. But by the time I got the gas, I was like, screw it. Let's just call it. I'm already kind of like out of it. I need to eat lunch. I had lunch with me. And I was like, just took it in the house, washed up a little bit, and then ate. And, took a little break, watched some Joe Rogan with that guy from King of Queens, and then started watching an episode of Caleb Hammer from like a month ago, with the guy from Burma that was like an astrologist that lost a lot of money with crypto day trading and all kinds of stuff, and had some kind of yerba mate stimulant addiction or something. So I'm finishing that episode. There's 10 more minutes left. And then I was like, let me just hop on here and update, because I haven't done one in a couple days. But I just think that this melatonin stuff kind of has me a little off. Yesterday I didn't even really feel like I could do deliveries much. I had an appointment that I went to real quick. It was like 10 minutes away. So I was like, I didn't feel like I couldn't drive, but I didn't feel like sharp, And then I went and, came back home. So I'm going to go to this movie. It starts at 5:15, so I'm probably going to leave at like 4:45 to get there like at 5. And my friend still never sent me the ticket, but I told him I would meet him early, or it would just make more sense if he sent me the ticket, because he's never on time. He's one of those people that's going to be late. And if I pay a little over $24 for a ticket, I want to see all of it. I want to see all the stupid commercials. I want to see the trailers. I want to sit in there and not have to wait in any kind of line for anything and miss any of it. It's like, I want the whole thing. I don't want to come in like 5 minutes into the movie, having missed any of it. And he has the tickets, and so we got them online, so he should be able to send it to me. I'll see if he does that. But otherwise, I told him I'll meet him at 5. So I hope he meets. I don't really know. I don't know, man. I kind of said yes because I was like, I need to get out and I need to interact with people. But part of me is honestly like, $24 for a movie, and then, I don't even really get to catch up with this person because we're going to be in the movie. So it's like, and I'm going to eat dinner first, so I'm not going to, and he's probably not going to get there early. And by the time we get done around 8 or something, I'm not going to want to like stick around and like chat and stuff. I don't want to go out. I don't want to get dinner. I don't like eating that late. I'm just going to want to go home. So, I don't know. But he offered to drive too, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not feeling it. Um, you know, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, just want to chill. It'll be something to do. It's kind of like the chillest thing to do where you don't really have to interact. So I guess that's fine. Because I don't know if I feel socially like I really want to catch up with anybody too much. So I guess it shouldn't be socially draining at least. But yeah. So I think I found something that helps me fall asleep. It's just how I feel the next day. And maybe it's because I'm taking too much, but it's like yesterday I didn't feel like I could be driving around very easily. And then today forgetting to get gas is like annoying. I'm glad it seems like nothing's really wrong with the car, because I was like, great, I'm gonna have to pull over and then get towed, and then what do I do with these stupid orders, you know? Like, what do you do if your car breaks down when you've got orders in your car? You know, they could get a refund, but it's like, I still got this stuff and it's not mine. Like, you know, I'm gonna have to take it back. So, and I'd probably get a bad rating for that. I mean, you could call the help center, but it's like, dude, like, I wasn't trying to like waste money. I mean, other than the gas that I got that I'm gonna use for the next, you know, for the rest of the weekend, I guess. Other than that gas, I guess I made a little bit of money. I made a little bit of profit off of what I spent on the gas. I made a $7 profit in like an hour. But I still had to get gas. And so, you know, I'm about, like $8 in the hole from today, which isn't, when I look at the bright side, I'm like, $8 isn't that bad. I can make that up in one order, the next order I do. So I'm gonna try and go Saturday evening, like whatever sundown time. Let me see the sundown times. I pay attention to Sabbath sundown times, guys, in case you are wondering why I'm always talking about it on Fridays and Saturdays. 5:56 p.m. is tonight. And then, does it say? It doesn't go all the way to tomorrow. But 5:56 p.m. tonight is sundown. And then tomorrow, it doesn't say. But I think there's going to be a time change this week, right? So Sunday I can drive a lot later. Because even when it's sundown, technically the sundown time, the sun isn't completely, like it's still bright out. So I'm going to try, let me see. If 5:56 is sundown tonight, probably 5:56 or 5:57 is sundown tomorrow. So I'll log on at like 5:55 or something tomorrow. And then see if I can at least get an $8 order. Then I'll at least be even. But dang, man, it's like, it's kind of just like a bummer, because Uber Eats isn't like something that's like easy to get like motivated about. And I was like, okay, I didn't do it Thursday. I'm like, let me go out Friday and like, you know, I was trying to make like at least a $45 profit during lunch today. I was like, I could do this till like 2:30. But I ran out of steam. Like, after all that, I was like, I don't want to make any more mistakes today. Let me just go home. You know, let me just go home. I'm already getting tired. I hadn't eaten at that point. But it was only like 12:30, 12:40 by that point. But I was like, let me just cut my losses, go home, relax. And I'm at the part of the day now where I'm on here. And that's why I haven't really been recording early mornings. Because the last time when I did it, it was like 6:30 in the morning. Or 5:30 or whatever it was. And 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning, and I just I was kind of dozing off, and then I don't even know if I recorded Thursday. I don't even remember. I don't remember recording Thursday at all. But I didn't post the one from Wednesday because I was like, it was kind of a weird episode. So I'm just chilling. I mean, if I've got to start getting on the road in about an hour and then gonna eat dinner a little early, I mean, it's just kind of annoying. Like, I'm just easily annoyed right now. But I'll spend time looking through my planner. What I want to do is look through my planner about this past week. Because what I kind of noticed is, yeah, my sleep was off. Multiple days felt really fast because I tried to cram a lot of stuff in. Tried to do some exercising and some cleaning and some content creation and some learning and some deliveries and some just like job applications. I got to the 50 mark, 50 out of the 200 I'm trying to send. And so I don't think it's working too smoothly. So what I want to do is try to figure out, I'm going to go through. If I can't do it Saturday night, I'll do it Sunday night. Sunday is going to be my bigger driving day. Like, all this money is going to my San Diego trip next weekend. And I should have my tax refund by then, but, I wasn't planning on using the tax refund for that trip. It's not a huge refund. I don't want to use it for that trip because it's going to be for a different trip. But if it comes on time and I do need to use it, I will use it. Because it's supposed to come March 16th because I did my taxes early in February. But I don't know. How reliable is it when it says it's coming? Does that mean it's really going to come that date? Or is it like, well, they're going to push it back another week or something? I haven't had a tax refund in so long, I don't even remember, And I put it for direct deposit, so I'm hoping it'll just post and we'll be fine. And best case scenario, it comes in during my trip. Worst case scenario, I gotta wait. But I don't want to spend other money on this trip. I'd rather spend the Uber Eats money. But now I'm kind of in the hole. I'm not trying to make all the money. I have the money for the train tickets. I'm just not sure how many days I'm staying. So worst case scenario, I have to make back-to-back trips. Best case scenario, I get to stay overnight and book a hotel. But I'm trying to cover the hotel, which is like $77 a night. I'm trying to cover the hotel. By maybe Wednesday. I kind of want the money to all be there. Maybe Thursday. So I want to kind of know so I can plan with people like what's actually going on. Like, I want to know what days they're available, because if people aren't available on the days I'm going to be there, I'm not going to go those days. Somebody said Saturday, somebody said Monday, and I have a slot open for somebody Sunday. That's if I'm there those 3 days, but I don't really know for sure yet. So I got to make sure one more time, like around Wednesday or Thursday, before I buy anything, because I'm like, I don't want to buy anything if people can't confirm with me. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then as far as my planner, I put a bunch of stuff in there for every day, and it's like, I didn't notice how long these job applications take. Because just clicking easy apply doesn't do anything, Not really. It can, but you can't really bank on it. It makes more sense to find the people in charge, the hiring managers. Now, some of them have a contact person, None of those people have responded to me yet. I use Apollo.io, the free version, which isn't that great. So I'm either going to have to pay for Apollo.io or Sales Navigator. Let me see. I took screenshots of the costs of, the LinkedIn services. So they have a career plan that's $39.99 a month or $239.99 a year. And that's actually a good deal. Because if you go past like 6 months, you're paying double basically. So you might as well get the year if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, you better find a job in like 5 months or so, or else you're going to end up paying a whole lot more. So there's that. There's business. If you have a business, that's $69.99 a month or $539.99 a month. I've never used that, and so I don't really know. There's Sales Navigator, which I have used before, that I found was beneficial. $99.99 a month or $999.99 a year. When I got it, I think it was $80 a month or something like that. And I got the first month free. I don't know if they have free trials for any of these anymore. Recruiter Lite. Recruiter Lite plan. It says reactivate, but I don't know how much I was paying. It says pay as little as $169.99 a month. That's not a little, that's a lot in my opinion. I mean, these are per month, paying all this money. Another option is Access Coaching through the classes that I have. Another option, and that's paid coaching. Another option is, I didn't have the best experience with Acadium, so I don't know if I want to get into their job coaching, but it's like 180 something, I think, as well. Let me look that up. I can't remember. I looked it up before, but let me look it up. Acadium job coaching. I think it's called Acadium Plus. Is Acadium, okay, how do you have to pay for it? I don't know. So Acadium Plus, so it's a self-paced program. Dude, I don't know if it says. I thought it was like $180 or something. I don't know. Acadium Plus cost. Dude, how much is it? Okay, it says cost. $1,500 to $10,000, $5,000, $30,000, and about $3,000. That says the pricing. So that's a lot of money. It's basically like a digital, like an online course, basically. You could get a whole certification for that. So there's one payment, low cost one-time payment of $2,999. Monthly payments of $299 per 12 months. So basically what you get for the university boot camp, okay, so these are online certifications. There's a $5,000 to $30,000 university boot camp, and then there's Acadium Plus that's $3,000 almost. So the university, there's another one. I'm reading this wrong. There's the certifications that are $1,500 to $10,000. The university boot camp, $5,000 to $30,000, and then Plus is $3,000. These are three separate programs that they have under Plus. So for online certifications, you get only personal brand support personalized and community support, and pay after pay after hired option. That's for online certifications. For university bootcamp, you get build portfolio assets. That's all you get. For $5,000 to $30,000, that's all you get. And then for Acadian Plus, for $3,000, you get everything. Well, you don't get the online certification and the university bootcamp. This is just its own thing. So it says job placement, build portfolio assets, build brand support, lifetime one-on-one access to expert coaching and mentorship, personalized and community support, pay after hired option. So the job placement part might be worth it. But how long does it take to get past all this? And the problem is you end up having to talk to like a sales representative about this. So they're going to try to pitch you, and you're probably going to end up buying it. So best case scenario, talk to them when you don't have the money, because then if you don't really want to buy it right away, you can't afford it anyways, and you can't get duped into buying it. So, but something that has direct job placement sounds good. I'd like to know what that looks like, but I don't think I could personally justify paying $3,000 for job placement. That's like, in most cases, like a month of pay. But also, it would probably be worth it to not have to just be pumping out applications day after day endlessly. But it does seem like a lot of money. I don't know how much the other coaching stuff costs. I have to look into that. And then I think, what's his name? Cyrus Harbin had some kind of $70-something community. I don't know if he does individual coaching for free on there. I don't know. But right now it's really hard to kind of like get something rolling. But yeah, it's just like stick to the plan, analyze, reassess. So that's kind of what I'm doing almost every week. I don't want to be changing up every single week, but I can see during this week what did not work for me. My sleep was not on point, but that's been an ongoing problem. The problem is when I do get something that helps my sleep, I got to take so much caffeine in the morning just to get like to a level where I can like function really good. There are dietary things too. Like I am trying to eat more iron. So, the limited iron, my iron deficiency issue, definitely that contributes to like brain fog and all this other stuff too. So it's not unrelated. So it's not, as long as I'm kind of keeping it, flexible enough to reassess, I think I'm good to go. But yeah, looking back at my calendar for this week, looking back at my, planner for this week, whatever I'd written in there on like Sunday, that just wasn't it. That wasn't really the route to take. I don't know if I'm podcasting every day, because it is hard for me to like make them shorter. Because if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna just like not put everything in there. And then the job applications just suck. There's no way to make that better or fun. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff right now. I'm connected with a local work source. They are just kind of sucking. They're not really responding. So I don't even know what to say. And then I guess that's about it. I can't really do much more. But yeah, this week went well overall. It's just things could have been easier in some areas. Could have been a little bit smoother in some areas, but yeah, I wouldn't call it a bad week. I learned a lot about my time management this week. Too much caffeine gets me way off focus, so it's like I'll be doing one thing and then I'm like, oh, now let me clean, and then I got motivation, but it's like wherever my mind catches something that needs to get done when I'm on the track to doing something else, I try not to get distracted. So some of the exercising that I set aside this week, I got 170 minutes or something like that, and it was mostly cleaning. And I had not intended to spend almost 90 minutes over 2 days cleaning. 90 minutes twice. That time could have probably gone somewhere else. I think with not really having anything to help me properly sleep, that kind of threw things off a little bit for me at the beginning of the week, even though the C4 made up for that, because I definitely had energy there with the pre-workout. What I learned about finances and where I need to be with my retirement, what I need to do to get there by the end of this year, probably more likely by the end of 2025, in all honesty. I'm not retiring anytime soon. I barely hit my 40s, and so but I'm on track. I'm not not saving. It's just I did get behind with a lot of stuff. Working on the mental health, working on the physical health, working on the job options, working on this freelance options. Now, I have not been prospecting enough for my own gigs. I don't know where that time goes. But I haven't been. I just haven't been. And I don't know if I missed anything. It's not that I wake up too late. That's not an issue. I don't get too much serious stuff started till after breakfast, but that's not much after 9 or so. If at the latest I'll eat breakfast is around 9 a.m. So, I'm not too far off. I could probably start a little earlier, but I do like to spend the mornings, with podcasting and stuff. It helps me kind of plan out my days, and get the content done. Otherwise, you guys see how it is. If I start waiting till later and later, it takes me a few days out of the week where I just don't do it. And I'm not going to kick myself over that because I'm super busy. My lunch breaks are a little long, but that helps me. That actually helps me to kind of kick things into a higher gear later in the afternoon. Like, I don't know if I want my lunch breaks to be shorter, because I'd probably just run out of steam. But just the awareness, I think it's hard for me to like really have deep awareness of like what time it is and like what time we're coming on. That seems to be one of the harder things for me, because I'm like, okay, I see the clock, I see the time. And the next thing I know, I'm like, losing track or like need to get into the next thing. It's time for the next phase. My days are split up where I'm doing things just very split up, and that really splits my energy. That really drains my energy. Doing deliveries, in all honesty, in the middle of the day is kind of an energy drain, because it's like I gotta wait till 11 to do it. Otherwise, I'm just sitting around outside of the house where I could be online. In the house, I'm outside of the house without my computer. There's only so much I can do on my phone without it becoming too tedious and annoying. Like technically, if I needed to be like editing stuff and copy pasting and like uploading documents, I could technically do it on my phone, but it's like, that's just too much. I'd rather just do it on a laptop. It's just easier. But I have to be home to do that. And I'm not going to go like post up at a Starbucks and then like, what if I get an order right once I log in? It's like, it makes more sense to be like in the car. So, and that splits up time too much too. Like, what am I going to like sit at a Starbucks and then like every 30 minutes be getting like orders and stuff? Like, I'm never going to get anything done if I take the paperwork stuff on the road. It probably won't really get done. I have to just sit and do it in a blocked out period of time. But I did do it. Guys. I did do it. I can't say I didn't do it. I did actually get it done and do it. So I'm happy about that. It's just, guys, it can be a lot. It's kind of a lot. But it's all good. I'm gonna get things on track. Maybe after this trip it'll be easier, because then I can like not be having to like raise money for something. Because it might help to take days not doing Uber Eats. Or cut out some of the creative stuff, which, and sacrifice that so I can do job applications, which is not appealing to me at all. But just to get to that 200 mark, that might help. Or just, like I was saying, like have certain days. I might get to a point where it's like I gotta have certain days that I'm doing certain things, and then other days I'm not doing those things. Like deliveries, I can do those, but just doing it a few hours in the middle of the day, multiple days a week, it's more than just that. Like, you gotta like get ready to leave. Like, how long does it take to get ready? And then get all the stuff that I need, my food, my wallet, I carry like a backpack with some extra stuff, waters, whatever, because I don't know how long I'm going to be out for. If I have the energy, I'll stay out. So I pack everything so I don't really have to come home if I don't want to, even though I'm kind of in the neighborhood. But just have everything on me. It helps to have everything on me, so I don't have to keep being like, oh, I wish I brought that with me. Just have it all with me. And then go from there to like, since I have everything with me, just kind of like just hanging out and getting the orders and then doing them. So that's not too big of a deal. To get the orders isn't like, I guess, too big of a deal. But then, once I get home, it's like, well, I've kind of stopped eating lunch at home. I've started making my lunch while I make my breakfast and then taking my lunch with me, so that even if I don't eat it on the road, I'll eat it once I get home. So I don't have to take that extra time to like cook lunch. Like I'll eat it once I'm home, because otherwise my mom cooks lunch and she makes it late. So I'd rather just cook my lunch for breakfast, like during breakfast, and then have it. Like it didn't take me any longer to like make a sandwich and throw that salad in the Tupperware. Like it still took me 30 minutes for breakfast. So like to make it all. Making breakfast and packing lunch. Making and packing lunch took me 30 minutes. It wasn't that bad. And I did all that by 8:30, and then I took a shower, and then I ate. So, and I took out the trash, and I washed my laundry. And so I did all that before 9 a.m. So, you know. I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't think there's any more to really report about at the moment, but I guess we'll kind of see if anything else comes up. Nothing else should come up, but I guess we'll see if it does. All right. But yeah, once I lay out the plan, I'll talk about it once I'm doing it, but that's kind of what I'm realizing is that, I'm motivated, my mood's better, but, the organizing and actually, like, I'm kind of hitting the numbers for things that I need. Some things I'm not, but some things I am. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get better outreach, and I'm going to have to figure out how to, do more with like the learning process of things, because those are things I kind of need to do. It would be nice to not have to be driving deliveries, but the thing I like about deliveries is that it's immediate money. It's like you get the money within 1 or 2 hours. You get some of it right away, and then you get the rest of it within 1 or 2 hours. So I don't know if there's any other work I'm going to be able to do that's like this gig work, where you can just make all the money you need. But yeah, that's if you have a car that's good, if you have a car with good gas mileage. I wouldn't recommend doing this with an old car, but whatever, whatever. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple things. And then I gotta get ready to kind of go over to this movie. That'll be the end of my day. But I'm really gonna lay this out in a plan. This week I just kind of threw some things on the calendar in my planner, and it looks like I got to most of them most days. But some things, I guess I didn't estimate how long it would take. Like trying to incorporate workouts and cooking meals from home and cleaning. Those 3 things take a lot longer than it seems like it's gonna take. So they really did cut into the day. And then doing deliveries really cuts into the day as well. So trying to do learning and prospecting, outreach, and applications the time is taken away from the other stuff, and then doing creative stuff in addition takes away. So I mean, I know I can't do it all every day. I didn't even plan it originally to be doing everything every day, but I'm probably gonna have to either do like maybe Mondays I do this and Tuesdays I do that, or whatever, and just split it up that way and see how that works. But I'll try and put it in the schedule that way, and then this weekend's gonna be pretty restful for me. But that's about it. Have a good weekend.